employee or a former Nike employee who is making the rounds with a video that is now circulating the internet, talking about the situation involving Nike, Caitlin Clark, the slow play that they're doing, even doing so much to show how their stock is falling off the shelf. And let's talk about this video. You may have seen it by now. I'm going to show it to you again, but it's a former 15-year employee at Nike in the women's division. And
Adidas just did something so outrageous, even LeBron probably had to reread his own contract twice. Caitlin Clark didn't just flip the table, she flipped the entire sneaker world upside down. And now Nike's iconic swoosh is starting to look a little sweaty. Caitlin didn't clap back. She detonated a bomb. Suddenly, sneaker junkies are questioning reality itself. Fans are losing their collective minds and Twitter's burning hotter than playoff overtime. What did she even drop? Why's Nike spiraling into panic mode? And did Adidas just pull off the greatest steal of the century? Things are about to explode. Strap in.
Such a big game for Caitlin, her returning to her alumni in Iowa and her hitting that massive logo 3, the logo 3 during the game that some of her sponsors would want to show her support on social media, do any sort of marketing to uplift her and uplift their brand. And one who did do that was Gatorade. They tweeted a photo of her and they said, "Real home court advantage. Welcome back to Iowa, Caitlin Clark." Now, one of her lead sponsors that was noticeably quiet yesterday was Nike. And a lot of people were tweeting about this. They were wondering, why isn't Nike and Nike basketball, why are none of their accounts saying anything about this? Yes, it's a preseason game, but this is a huge day for Caitlin. She's returning to...
Let's be honest, Caitlin Clark was never just another player on the hardwood. And somehow, without even breaking a sweat, she just dropped a mountain of receipts straight on Nike's desk. We're talking lawsuit-level drama here. That once glorious swoosh, it's starting to look less like a power symbol and more like a sinking checkmark of broken promises. Yeah, you heard that right. Nike might have actually violated their own deal. It's giving bad Tinder date with commitment issues. The brand that practically invented sports endorsements is now ghosting its biggest rising star.
Nike, we need to talk about Caitlin Clark. Let's you and me talk about Caitlin Clark since you refuse to talk about Caitlin Clark. I care deeply about you. I spent over a decade in your marketing organization. I spent several years trying to get into your organization. And it's been 3 years since I've left your company. I'm just here as a friend. I care about you. I want to show you two different charts here. One, your stock price since 2021. It is down nearly 60%. Your executives and the people who are making these decisions, their stock options are worthless. Meanwhile, you have the single biggest needle mover in all of American sports since Michael Jordan, and you have somehow convinced yourself that you need to slow play this. Let me show you Google Trends search traffic for 4 female basketball players. There is one who only rivals Caitlin Clark, and that is Angel Reese, and you do not have her.
Here's the thing. Let's lay out the cold, hard truth. Nike straight up treated Caitlin Clark, the biggest name in women's basketball, like a clearance rack extra. You don't toss a generational talent a bargain bin. Contract while hyping everyone else up like they're the next Michael Jordan. Meanwhile, Adidas is over there flexing $100 bills like dumbbells, ready to powerlift the entire women's sports world. You just don't pull that move ever.
How in the world is Nike not going full on Caitlin Clark phenomenon? You've got the most popular women's athlete in the world. Do they still not have a Caitlin Clark shoe out? My mind is blown by this. The minute that she started playing in the WNBA, you should have rolled out for every little girl in America the Caitlin Clark ones. And that should have been the baddest ass women's tennis shoe that has ever.
Meanwhile, Adidas was prowling like a laser-obsessed cat, eyes locked on the opportunity. They weren't just watching from the sidelines. The second Caitlin's camp showed the slightest irritation with Nike, Adidas pounced. They basically said, here's your own line, signature colorways, and a lifetime supply of real respect. Forget flowers, they delivered a full bouquet of custom-branded kicks. Then they rolled out an army of marketing pros determined to make her bigger than Taylor Swift walking into a gym packed with screens.
A lot of conversation has been made around Caitlin Clark, her signature shoe, the Nike deal, and with how much Nike has been dragging their behind, which how much Nike has been moseying to the finish line when it comes to pushing the Caitlin Clark button, fans started speculating maybe this deal isn't as official as we thought it was. We get no signature shoe, no news of a shoe all season long. We get no merchandise all season long. We get no commercial all...
Caitlyn, let's be real. Just dump Nike already. Seriously, drop them like a tragic prom haircut. You're not some background player. You are the headline. If Nike can't see that, send them a resignation letter and a mirror mid-jump shot. Because if she signs with Adidas, her shoe line wouldn't just sell, it'd obliterate records. Saying her kicks would outsell Wilson's 10-1 is being humble. Kids would flip them on StockX faster than you can shout, "Step back 3." Those Clark ones. Instant holy relics. Grandparents would be camping outside Foot Locker like it's 1996 all over again for Air Jordans. Nike clearly forgot who they're dealing with. Caitlyn isn't a one-season wonder or the flavor of the month. She is the league's future. Yet instead of building her empire, they tossed her a contract with the enthusiasm of an RSVP to a wedding. Fans went nuclear. Hashtags erupted, threads blew up, and even AIM Sports Center insiders started spilling tea. And seriously, can we discuss that Angel Reese promo shot? One picture. She looked like she'd just left a 2010 reality TV reunion. Who approved that baffling editorial decision?
Endorsement deal in the history of professional sports. You guys remember this billboard that was put up in Iowa? Well, that's one of the last times that Nike has done anything for Caitlin Clark. They promoted her more in college than they have at all the entirety of the WNBA season. She signed an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike that also included her own signature shoe, which honestly, looking at it now, $28 million for 8 years is an absolute steal for this superstar. When a player like Wemby's Nike deal was rumored to be over $100 million. Caitlyn has not only had an incredible rookie season, but she has also transformed the WNBA.
Look, nobody's denying Angel Reese deserves her spotlight. But seriously, how did she end up representing the entire rookie class? And Sophie Cunningham, let's be honest, she's on the same squad as Caitlin Clark. And unlike half the faces in those Nike ads, she's an actual baller with real stats. Yet somehow, she's vanished from all their marketing. Where's Sophie, huh? Where's the fierce trio spread Caitlyn, Aaliyah, Boston, and Sophie Cunningham with killer lighting and boss-level energy? Instead, we get one awkwardly cropped shot of Angel Reese looking like she's about to deliver drama on Basketball Queen's WNBA reunion. It's like Sophie never existed. Even though she's out here draining threes, diving for rebounds, and carrying a team that's literally ground zero for women's basketball's next evolution, this isn't just a PR blunder. It's a full-blown PR nosedive. It's like booking Jason Derulo for halftime when you could have had Beyoncé, Rihanna, or Adele. Make it make sense. Meanwhile, Adidas would have crowned Sophie as the new face of their training line, plastered her on billboards, and had her tossing sneakers into crowds like candy at a championship parade. The contrast is humiliating, and just when you think it can't get crazier, the sneaker war hits overdrive. Adidas drops the Clark 1 Fire Edition and boom, sold out in 4.3 minutes. Kids crying in parking lots, grown men brawling over toddler sizes, total chaos. She feels like this Nike deal is a bad joke. Meanwhile, Nike is still pretending Caitlin Clark's limited release is some ultra-exclusive drop, when in reality, it's just painfully underwhelming. They probably thought lumping her into a group deal would seem collaborative. Spoiler alert, it screams lazy. Basically, they tossed all the rookies in one bucket and slapped a campaign label on it. Clark's fans didn't just notice, they went full nuclear. If Nike had a suggestion box, it'd be engulfed in flames by now. Honestly, at this stage, Caitlyn should know her brand doesn't belong buried in some boardroom slideshow. She isn't a bullet point. She is the whole presentation. She makes 40-footers look like free throws, sells out arenas, and inspires broadcasts nationwide. She built her reputation, her influence, her empire, all without Nike's help. So why wouldn't she jump to Adidas? They're fearless, hungry, and ready to bet the house on a woman who rewrote the rules. Ask nicely, and they'd hand her a whole Division II brand as Clark Performance. Her fan base would follow her like Moses partying sneaker aisles. Meanwhile, Nike is fumbling behind, acting like they're late to gym class. Caitlyn is casually redefining rookie celebrity status, while Nike pretends this sneaker fiasco doesn't exist, which just makes the mess even worse.
Racially motivated. She believes that there's a disparity in how Nike is prioritizing and rewarding athletes like Caitlin Clark. And it's just, she's saying that athletes like Caitlin Clark are getting the better deals compared to other athletes, especially women of color. She additionally expressed her frustration through social media in her podcast, The Reese Life, suggesting that Nike was not treating all WNBA players.
Honestly, This isn't just about a sneaker deal, it's about visibility, respect, and proper recognition. You can't just slap a cookie-cutter marketing plan on the world's biggest women's basketball star and expect her not to notice. Spoiler alert, she noticed. Everyone noticed. Essentially, Nike broke the agreement. And we're not just talking legal technicalities. This is the moral contract. The unwritten rule: you elevate us. We elevate you. Instead, they handed Caitlin Clark a dull pen and a generic group deal like it was some napkin scribble from a brand lunch. After signing the largest endorsement in women's sports history, she should be strutting into Adidas HQ watching her first signature sneaker scorch a swoosh-shaped hole through the entire industry. And just when you think Nike couldn't mess up further, they dropped the ultimate twist. Surprise! We're releasing a shoe for A.A. Wilson. Sure, she deserves it regionally, no doubt. But the timing is brutal.
All season long, and it had people thinking to themselves, maybe this deal that we all thought was finished and signed and completed isn't as finished, signed, and completed as we thought, or maybe they're renegotiating. Maybe Caitlin Clark on her end pulled back the reins, said, whoa, let's revisit this clause that I said if this doesn't get done in this amount of time, we need to revisit that. People were even speculating that. But today was the Nike quarterly call.
But here's the blazing red flag question nobody wants to ask. Where the heck is Caitlin Clark's sneaker? Oh, right, probably gathering dust in some forgotten Google Drive. Alongside everyone Nike conveniently ignored. Meanwhile, during the NBA Finals, Angel Reese is hogging more Nike screen time than LeBron's Cavaliers. Ads, promos, interviews, billboards. She's omnipresent. It's like Nike is dead set on making her the face of the league's next chapter. And all the while, Caitlin is lugging the rookie class on her back, backpack full of bricks, and court vision. That's unreal. This isn't clever marketing anymore. It's a full-blown midlife sneaker meltdown. Maybe even an identity crisis. While Caitlin is lighting up arenas, smashing viewership records, and setting social media ablaze with every 30... Nike is busy giving the spotlight to players whose biggest viral moment involves a tie, not insane offensive skill.